Morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. So first of all, if you can set your phones to silent or quiet or turn them off and find yourself somewhere quiet where you won't be disturbed, a nice quiet space. Now, you can do one of two things. You can sit, if you'd like to sit cross-legged or you'd like to be kneeling with a blanket underneath you, that's fine. If you prefer to be on a chair, perhaps with your back supported at the back of the chair, then that's good too. Some of you might like to come forward onto the front of the chair on your sitting bones. And whichever way you're sitting, ideally, you should have quite relaxed pelvis, shoulders down in your back, chin down, back of the neck long. Some of you might like to really, really relax for this, and you might like to lie down in Shavasana. So that is on your back, your legs stretched out in front of you with a little space in between them, your arms outstretched a little bit away from the body so that there's a space here, and have your palms turned up. And again, have your hips really nicely relaxed, shoulders down, back of the neck long, and just really relaxed. You might want to put a blanket over yourself. So give you a moment to get yourself settled and to begin to tune into the session. So today's session, we're going to do a little bit of breath awareness, and we're going to do a little bit of a scan over the body as well. So in terms of breathing, unless you've got a cold or any other restriction, ideally you need to be breathing in through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. Okay, so that's the sort of pattern of breathing that I'd like you to continue with for the session. So you can lower your gaze to look at something on the floor or in the room, or if you prefer and you want to relax even more deeply and you'd like to, you can close your eyes gently. And I'd like you now to take a moment to tune into your breath. Where do you feel it most? Do you feel it in your chest area? Do you feel it in your heart center area? Does the breath seem to be coming from your upper chest area or your throat? Does it tend to feel strongest as it comes into your nostrils and as it comes out of your nostrils? For some of you might feel that actually your lower diaphragm and your stomach is where your breath is coming from. So where do you feel it coming into your body most strongly? Take a moment to become aware of that. And now tuning into this seat or the origin of your breath, and that is your lower diaphragm and your stomach area. I'd like you to begin to take your awareness to this area and to notice that as you breathe in, your stomach area gently opens, rises, and as you breathe out, it gently lowers. Notice what you find with your breath. Is it slow and deep? Is it quite fast? Perhaps you've been busy today already. Does it feel slightly jumpy? Is it nice and balanced? Perhaps the in-breath feels as balanced as the out-breath. Is it cool? Is it warm? Is it soft? Is it unsettled? Don't judge what you find. Simply tune in and notice. And as you breathe in, what you take in is calm, relaxation, energy. And as you breathe out, you're releasing tension, tiredness, and any negativity that you might be feeling. And with these aspects in mind, your in-breath taking in positivity and calm, and your exhalation releasing tension and tiredness. I'd like you to breathe in this way. And with each new breath, with each subsequent breath, you'll find you're relaxing a little bit more, releasing a little bit more, sinking more deeply into the surface that you're sitting or you're lying on a little bit more, with each breath. Just simply breathing in and breathing out. Very easy, no complexity. It's what we do automatically all the time, but we just don't become aware of it very often. And I'd like you to now consider that so much of the time we take our bodies for granted, or may even sometimes actively disparage them. And yet they keep serving us day after day. Our heart beats minute after minute, day after day, year after year. So I'd like to propose that perhaps we should consider these things in a whole new light and consider all the ways your body has kept going for you recently or over the years. Have you fought off an infection recently? Have you healed a bruise? Have your legs and your feet taken you to the top of a hill to see a view? Have you learned a new physical skill? Have you kept going despite being tired or in pain? Have your mind and your body enabled you to concentrate on a task and get something completed, perhaps even when you were tired? And on your next inhalation, I'd like you to notice any feelings that arise. And these might be positive, they might be appreciative and grateful for the things that you have. Or there might be some little frustrations or difficulties. Is there an area of your body that you feel is weaker than the others, or that you have trouble or pain with? And notice what arises and what things come into your mind. Let all of your feelings be present and simply notice them. And what I'd like you now to do is, on your next inhalation, begin at your toes and your feet. And as you continue to breathe, scan and sweep over the body, from your feet to your ankles, coming up your calves, your knees, your thighs, your pelvic area, your stomach, your heart area, your chest, your lungs, shoulders, your throat, your face, your head, your ears, top of your head, the back of your head. Scan over the body, and I'd like you to think of one thing in particular that you appreciate about your body, something that it perhaps does for you. And I'd like a phrase to form in your mind. Now, this will be unique to you. Everyone will have a different aspect to consider. Let a phrase form in your mind. It could be something like, I appreciate my heart that keeps beating for me. Or I appreciate my eyes that enable me to see wonderful things. So have a consider something for you, special for you. And on your next inhalation, I'd like you to say that in your mind once. And then on your next inhalation, say it again to yourself. And remember, each breath you take in calm, positivity, and each breath you exhale, you release negativity or tension. It's often worth appreciating sometimes the small things, aspects of our bodies that keep going day after day for us that we perhaps tend to take for granted. And if your mind should wander, simply acknowledge the thoughts you find. Notice how long the wander was for. Was it brief? Was it longer? And then bring your attention back to your breath. If it helps you to concentrate as you breathe in, you might like to count the number 1. As you breathe out, number 2. And your next in-breath, the number 3. And as you exhale, the number 4. And you can keep going in this way up to whatever number you like. Taking time to appreciate what we have is really valuable, even if it's just for a few moments during the day. So I need to gently waken you up now, but there's no need to rush or race. We can take our time. So you might like to take a deeper and more energized breath in through your nostrils, and exhale and release through your mouth, fully and completely, really relaxing and releasing any tensions or any stresses that you might have little bits left of. And on your next inhalation, breathing in deeper, nostrils, and then out through your mouth, fully and completely, really relaxing, releasing. And you might want to become aware of the noises in the room or the noises outside the room. I can hear the rain pitter-pattering here. And gently moving your fingers, gently wiggling your toes, rolling your shoulders forward a couple of times, taking care if any of you got any damage or aches, and rolling them backwards a couple of times, and placing perhaps your right arm over your left one and giving yourself a squeeze, really squeezing, and then changing sides. So I have the other one on top and squeezing. Moving your head gently to the right hand side, gently to the left hand side, and breathing in and opening your eyes when you're ready. I hope you've enjoyed the practice today and benefited in some small way. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the session, please comment on whichever platform you accessed it on, and have a good day. Okay, bye.